Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the songs by female artists that have most profoundly rocked audiences over the years. As long as the bands in question have a female frontwoman, then they are eligible for inclusion in our list. Number 10, Bring Me to Life, Evanescence.
Can you see into my eyes like open doors?
The early 2000s nu metal craze was, at the time, and remains, a highly polarizing cultural phenomenon. However, one aspect of it that seemingly everyone can agree on is Bring Me to Life. Anchored by frontwoman Amy Lee's powerhouse vocals, the band's signature song transcends its genre trappings to become a timeless belt-out-loud anthem. Bring Me to Life has been described by co-writer Lee as a wake-up call to seize one's life back and to stop simply going through the motions. While the song was initially rejected by radio programmers simply for the fact that the band had a female lead singer, it's pretty clear that Evanescence got the last laugh. Number 9, I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. We'll give you a moment to collect your jaw from the floor upon realizing that Jett's enduring smash hit is actually a cover. Originally written and recorded by obscure 70s British rockers The Arrows, Jett and her band blew the original out of the water. So much so, in fact, that Jett and the Blackhearts rendition spent 7 weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100. A sweaty, bare-bones sing-along, Jett injects I Love Rock and Roll with a headbanging electricity, proving in an instant that not only could the girls compete with the guys, but they could roundly outdo them too. Sure, they had other hits, but I Love Rock and Roll best crystallizes Jett and the Blackhearts' essence. Number 8, One Way or Another, Blondie. Coming on the heels of the punk rock explosion of the late 1970s, Debbie Harry and Blondie played a crucial role in helping the genre to transition into the polished new wave of the 80s. They certainly had the punk cred, having performed regularly at the hallowed halls of New York City's infamous CBGB nightclub. The release of their third album, 1978's Parallel Lines, saw the band face criticism for embracing disco and, in the eyes of some, abandoning their punk roots. Those critics would need only wait for the album's sixth and final single, One Way or Another. It retained the punk aggression that had initially propelled them to stardom, while incorporating experimental elements that solidified their status as trailblazers.
One way or another.
Number 7, Zombie, the Cranberries. The use of rock music to appeal to political and humanitarian causes was hardly a new concept in 1994. With that said, though, it's hard to find examples before or since of any musical artist pulling it off as well as melancholy Irish rockers the Cranberries did with Zombie. Written by lead singer Dolores O'Riordan, Zombie laments the human cost of the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Specifically, O'Riordan wrote the song in response to the March 1993 bombing in Warrington, England by the Provisional Irish Republican Army. Drenched in distortion, Zombie is a stark contrast to the Cranberries' typically more subdued work, which only makes its political message all the more powerful. Number 6, Cherry Bomb, The Runaways.
Can't stay at home, can't stay at school. Old folks say you're pulling a fool.
A few years before Joan Jett struck out on her own and became a rock star in her own right, she was the guitarist for this all-female outfit, one of the first to make waves in the world of music. The Runaways, most famously consisting of Jett, Cherie Currie, Lita Ford, Jackie Fox, and Sandy West, never achieved significant mainstream success.
Stay on the street, I'm the girl next door.
But what they did achieve was cementing their legacy as having opened the doors for other female rock artists to realize that the genre didn't have to be a boys' club. Cherry Bomb, the first single off of the Runaways' self-titled debut album, is quite literally the sound of the future introducing itself.
Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. I'm your Cherry Bomb.
Number 5. Barracuda, Heart.
I saw you again. Today, I had to turn my heart away.
Fronted by sibling duo Ann and Nancy Wilson, Heart rose to fame off of the strength of the sisters' wailing vocal chops. Ann and Nancy were incensed by a confounding marketing stunt orchestrated by Mushroom Records, in which the label falsely asserted that the two had involved themselves in, well, let's just call it a family affair.
You lied so in the weeds. I bet you gonna embarrass me.
Disgusted and offended, the Wilson sisters wrote Barracuda, a searing indictment of the music industry. Said producer Mike Flicker, quote, "Barracuda could be anyone from the local promotion man to the president of a record company. That is the Barracuda. It was born out of that whole experience." The rest was history, and the song's classic riff has been recognized as an all-timer.
Barracuda.
Number 4. Just a Girl, No Doubt.
I'm just a girl, a little lonely. Well, don't let me out of your sight.
It was hard to pick just one song to sum up the contributions of the celebrated ska punk band that introduced Gwen Stefani to the world. When you're sorting through the likes of Spiderwebs, Don't Speak, and Hella Good, it's no easy feat. In the end, we had to go with Just a Girl, the band's first major hit. The song's biting lyrics deal with co-writer Stefani's frustration with societal perceptions of women.
Already have my dreams, so don't let me have any right.
Just a Girl used rock music to explore issues that, within the genre, hadn't really been explored before. Wrap its novelty up in an almost scarily catchy package, and you can see why it helped to shoot the band into the stratosphere. Number 3. You Oughta Know, Alanis Morissette.
Speak eloquently, and would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother.
Look, it's time to give up hope that Morissette will ever reveal just who her You Oughta Know is about. But to get wrapped up in that conversation completely misses the point of her breakout hit.
Every time you speak her name, don't you know how you told me your hope will go till you die, but you're still alive.
Morissette, who was born in Ottawa, Ontario, was just 21 when You Oughta Know was released, revealing a wisdom that exceeded her years. The song was released in the wake of the explosion of the grunge bubble, which had popped upon the 1994 death of Kurt Cobain.
I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away.
Morissette took that inescapable sound and put her own spin on it. That spin, which combined grunge's sensibilities with her now trademark caustic wit, catapulted Morissette into overnight superstardom and set the stage for female singer-songwriters to open up without holding back.
Cross-eyed man that you gave to me, you ought to know.
Number 2. Me and Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin.
Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for a train, and I was feeling near as faded as my jeans.
Largely considered the legendary Joplin's signature song, Bobby McGee was originally written by country stalwart Chris Christopherson, alongside Monument Records founder Fred Foster. However, the song is so widely associated with Joplin that the late blues singer has posthumously claimed it as her own.
Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, I mean nothing, honey, if it ain't free.
A rowdy showcase for Joplin's raspy, dynamic vocals, Me and Bobby McGee only became a hit some months after her untimely 1970 passing from an overdose. While Joplin herself didn't live to see the legacy that she would ultimately cultivate, her recording of Bobby McGee stands as one of the most powerful, most straightforwardly rockin' songs ever recorded by anyone.
Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby, yeah.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Because the Night, Patti Smith. Brass in Pocket, Pretenders.
I'm special, so special. I gotta have some of your attention.
Only Happy When It Rains. Garbage.
I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it's complicated.
Celebrity Skin. Hole.
So glad you could make it. Yeah, now you really made it.
Misery Business. Paramore.
Whatever makes it right. But I got it where I want it now.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Edge of 17. Stevie Nicks.
Just like the wide winged dove sings a song that sounds like she's singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, said ooh.
Yeah, chances are you've heard this one before. From its opening seconds, Edge of 17 grabs your attention with those tense, muted guitar plucks. Mere seconds later, Nicks' vocals sweep you away, whether you like it or not. The third single from Nicks' debut solo album Belladonna, Edge of 17 proved resoundingly that she didn't need Fleetwood Mac to produce instant classics.
When it seemed broken-hearted, something within you.
A veritable whirlwind of impeccable musical craftsmanship and the singer's never more astute lyricism, Edge of 17 has a little bit of something for everyone and is undeniably stirring. In case you needed evidence that Nicks is rock royalty, throw on Edge of 17, and then just try to turn it off if you're able.
On it on the edge of 17.
Which song on our list rocks the hardest? Are there any we missed? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
So